y'all, welcome and welcome back. In this video, we're talking about challenges and disadvantages of Kantian ethics. We'll examine the main criticisms of Kant's moral theory, why its strength in principle can become a weakness in practice. We'll focus on 5 key challenges: moral rigidity, conflicting duties, neglect of consequences, over-reliance on reason, and abstract or unrealistic application. In this video, we're exploring how Kant's precise and rational moral system can falter in complex real-world situations. Each criticism we see here arises directly from Kant's own commitment to duty, reason, and universal moral law. Moral rigidity and absolutism. Kantian ethics is uncompromising. Moral laws must hold in every situation. This absolutism produces clarity, but also inflexibility. If lying is wrong, it's wrong even to save an innocent life. Critics argue that such rigidity ignores the complexity of moral life, where exceptions may be necessary to prevent harm or to prevent injustice. Conflicting duties. In real life, obligations can directly conflict with each other. Imagine needing to tell the truth to one person but conceal it to protect another's safety. Kant assumes true duties never contradict, yet they often do. Because his system provides no way to resolve such conflicts, moral agents are left without practical guidance, and this can end up in moral paralysis, like what we see with the character of Chidi Anagonye in the show The Good Place. Neglect of consequences. In Kantian ethics, only intent matters, not outcomes. So Kant separates moral worth from consequences. A person acting from duty remains moral even if the outcome of their actions is disastrous. Critics say this disconnects ethics from responsibility. When foreseeable harm results from a dutiful act, intent alone cannot excuse the damage that's been done. Over-reliance on reason. For Kant, moral action must come from reason alone. But feelings and emotions such as empathy and compassion often motivate ethical behavior more effectively than logic. By rejecting emotion, Kant reduces morality to calculation, losing the warmth and humanity that makes ethics meaningful. And I have to point out that people often think that we're acting based on reason, and we are not. There is this problem with the idea that we are completely rational creatures. Humans do have the capability of being reasonable and rational creatures, but we also are emotional creatures. And those who criticize Kant's system bring this up frequently. It is a factor of human life that we have emotions and that they do play into the way that we make moral decisions. Abstract and unrealistic application. Kant's universalism assumes that reason leads everyone to the same conclusions. This abstraction overlooks cultural differences and situational nuance. The theory demands flawless rationality in an imperfect world, producing guidance that can feel idealized rather than achievable. So Kant's system is making these demands of moral perfection, and humans are imperfect. The world is chaotic. So his system can seem too detached for real-world use. And that brings us to real-world implications. When Kantian ethics are applied in practice, the limitations of the system become clear. Doctors, lawyers, and leaders must often balance conflicting duties and outcomes. Kant's rigid structure cannot accommodate such complexity, and it reinforces why later theories blend duty with empathy and consequences. This reveals the need for moral complexity. In conclusion, Kantian ethics remains a pillar of moral philosophy, but its lack of flexibility limits its usefulness. By rejecting consequences, emotions, and exceptions, it demands perfection few can meet. Understanding these challenges allows us to value Kant's insights while recognizing why moral life also requires empathy, context, and practical judgment. That idea of practical judgment leads us into our next version of ethics, the last of the big three, Aristotle's virtue ethics. And here are some reflection questions for us to consider. Can moral rules ever be too rigid? What happens when two duties, like honesty and protecting others, conflict? How might a Kantian respond to moral dilemmas that require compassion or flexibility? All right, y'all, that's all for now. If you're interested in more videos on philosophy and ethics, take a look at the videos posted on our channel. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.